We are so thankful to Country Loft Quilt and Design and Jim Rue for letting us come up here and do our quilting for season 1 and season 2 of Let's Make a Quilt. And so I'm going to ask Jim a few questions. I already asked him who his favorite customer was, and we're having a little argument over that. So say, Jim, somebody's coming to you, they want to buy a long arm. What's like the most important thing they need to know? Like for me, my first thought was they better have the space, because these things are not small.
Yeah, space is a huge concern for most people. A lot of the machines, they only have a bedroom or a small room to put those in. So a space needs to be adequate for where they are putting it. Table length, obviously 10 or 12, you can get any size table length.
Sure.
But you need 2 more feet on the length of that in order to be able to get around it.
Yep.
And the depth-wise, you're going to stand about 7 feet away from the wall. So you're looking at a 7 by 12 or 14 foot print of the machine or the room that it's going to go in for the machine.
So you need a big space.
Yeah, big area.
Yep. So the second thing I thought of is budget. That's kind of a huge one too that people struggle with, because they're not cheap machines.
No, they're not.
Yeah.
And budget is a huge concern for most as well. There's a lot of machines out there. You can start from the different ends of them, from the lower grade to the top of grade, like the Innova, that we have here. That's what we like to think, anyways. But the parts and components that they're made of, they're definitely different that way. So maybe you're going to spend a little more, but it's the only machine you're ever going to have to purchase is if you start with the on the top. So.
And I have to say, what I love about the Innova is the low maintenance.
Yes.
That's my favorite piece. So my third question is, or the third thing they need to think about is what kind of support they can get when they buy a machine.
Yeah, absolutely, and that's a great one as well. We're in a day and age now where you can purchase anything anywhere online, over the web, anything like that. But if you don't have someone there to help you and assist you, customer service is a huge thing. So being able to call our 1-800 number, being able to text me personally if you
I've done that a lot.
If you have questions on anything or need help, because a lot of the people that do this, they don't always do it all day for their job. They may have another job where nights and weekends, that's the only time that they can get a hold of us and that they're quilting. So that's a big concern as well. So.
Yeah, I know I've always appreciated when I have to text you or call you and you just walk me through, and I feel like I'm back up and running in no time. So that's always good.
Yep, so they can be big, they can be intimidating, but realistically, they're just the same as our little domestics ones, just on a larger scale.
Sure.
So.
Hey, sorry for the interruption, but Emily here, and I want to tell you about a super cool offer that I have for you from Craftsy. If you don't know what Craftsy is, it is an online community with resource of millions of creative and like-minded makers where members can find endless inspiration, advance the skills you already have, or discover a new favorite hobby or craft that you've always wanted to try. Craftsy offers more than 2,000 exciting classes in over 20 popular categories, everything from sewing and crochet to baking and painting. The classes are broken down into easy-to-follow lessons and are led by friendly, award-winning instructors like me who share creativity, wisdom, and provide step-by-step tutorials. I loved Ashley Huff's sewing class on how to sew super cute skirts. I'm not much of a garment sewer myself, but she had so many approachable tips and tricks on how to make this pattern so easy with her instruction. And I also loved Brenda K.B. Anderson's crochet class on how to crochet rainbow home decor, because let's be honest, who doesn't love a giant rainbow pillow? She also had some amazing tips on how to turn your work when making curves in crochet. I got so inspired by Heather Thomas's class on creative finishing and edging for her quilt, and she reminded me just how awesome and fun it can be to embellish the finished edges of your quilt. She also taught me a new method for how to make the corners of my quilts even more precise. And a huge thank you to Craftsy for sponsoring today's video. The cool thing is though, as a Craftsy member, you will also have access to live stream tutorials where experts answer questions, share tips, and engage with the Craftsy community in real time, which I absolutely love. So the first 1,000 people to click on the link in the video description will get a full year of premium membership for Craftsy for only $1.49. So click the link below and let's get creative together.
Anything I forgot? Anything else questions that customers have that I didn't think of?
Not really. It's the maintenance that you talked about, very low maintenance machines. And they will last forever.
let's say a brand new customer walks through the door. What do you suggest for them? They've never used a long arm before. What do you suggest for them to get started?
We have two types of customers, type A or type B. Type A are very particular, everything perfect. Sometimes they tend to want to go towards a computerized or learn all of the ruler type work.
Sure.
And there is a process to that.
Yep.
We know that we can't do this overnight, or most people can't, unless
Yeah.
they're a real artist. It does take time. So we actually train everyone. They come in, they train on their machine, we go through the steps with that, go through how to use rulers, how to do free motion, everything along those lines. Along with the computer, you get 2 full days of training. So you're
Awesome.
knowledgeable with everything the machines can do. Then it's on you to kind of go home and practice. And
Yep.
we have other classes and such,
Sure.
you know, farther down the line that they come back for, like feathers or, you know, those sorts of classes
Sure.
and scribbles. But
Yep.
yeah, but we train everyone to make sure that they have as much information as they possibly can. And whether they use it or not, that's up to them.
Once again, thank you so much for letting us come up here and use your machine for Let's Make a Quilt, both season 1 and season 2. We couldn't have done it without you, and we're really thankful.
Yes, you're welcome. Thank you guys.
Thanks.